Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another week of story time. I'm Mr. Garrett. We're gonna get started with our weather forecast, so get your weather felt pieces ready. So the forecast for Thursday morning, of course it's daytime, so we need our sun, put it up in the blue sky. We have our green grass down here, and this Thursday it's supposed to be kind of cloudy. So get our white clouds, cover up the sun and the blue sky. Maybe we'll have a little bit of blue sky, so if you look outside, you can see if you see any blue anywhere. But it's supposed to be kind of cloudy. And we have to check on our tree, right? Yeah, so get our tree growing out of the ground. We were checking all winter to see when the leaves would come back, and they finally came back. So the tree near the library is very green right now, a lot of leaves. And they're still there, and they should be there through the summer. But check the tree near your house and in your neighborhood and see what it looks like. Because some trees are really cool right now. Some of them are blossoming. They have flowers. Some leaves are like a dark red color, which is kind of cool. So all kinds of really cool leaves and flowers are growing right now during springtime. And check outside and see if the weather forecast came true, and move the felt pieces around as the weather changes every day. All right, now we're gonna do our story. All right, so the story for this week is called Amy Wu and the Patchwork Dragon by Kat Zhang, illustrated by Charlene Chua. So this is Amy. You might remember her from a book that we read a few months ago, where she was cooking something called bao with her family. So she's back, and we're going to read a book about dragons. So we have a couple different dragons here on the cover. We have one that kind of looks like a dinosaur. It's like almost like a giant lizard, horns, and like scaly, spiky tail. There's another one over here that looks a little different, huh? What do you notice about this one? I notice, yeah, it's like antlers, has like whiskers, kind of like a little bit of like a lion's mane. So it looks very similar to this one, but a couple things are different too. So let's see what's going on with these dragons. Special thank you to Simon and Schuster Books for letting us read the book today. All right, ready? During story time, Ms. Mary reads Amy's class a book about dragons. Ooh, look, and everyone looks really excited, huh? Dragons that hoard treasure. Ooh, hoard, that means like to kind of like keep to yourself. Dragons that blow fire. Whoa. Dragons that fight knights in gleaming armor. Ooh, gleaming armor, like shining armor. Wow, there's a castle in the background too, look. Afterward, she tells everyone to make their own dragons. Make them special, she says. Make them yours. Sam draws a dragon with enormous teeth. He crafts the wings from postage stamps. Oh, that's cool, huh? Very creative. Willa sculpts a dragon with a big, fat belly. She strings daisies for the tail. Ooh, that's really cool, too. Good idea. Amy paints a dragon with a long, thin body. It has horns like a stag and claws like an eagle. Ooh, that's cool. It's a very different kind of dragon. Are you sure that's a dragon? Asked Sam. It doesn't look like a dragon, adds Willa. Oh, so her friends have never seen a dragon like this. Amy says. Maybe they're right. Amy scribbles with her pencil and doodles with her crayons. She glues beads to the paper, and some to her hair. Bits of dragon emerge. Dragons with shiny green scales, dragons with leathery wings. They look great. They just look like they look just like the dragons in Miss Mary's book. But none of them work. None of them feel quite right. These dragons are not the dragons Amy wanted to make. So she's trying to do the dragons that everyone else is making, but I'm feeling Amy knows something about another kind of dragon that maybe she could teach the others. Let's see. Time to clean up, says Miss Mary. I'm not done, cries Amy. The rest of the class put their dragons on the show and tell table. But there's nothing from Amy. Nothing at all. Oh, big empty space. So we didn't get to see the thing that Amy created. That's too bad, huh? Because she seems like she has some really good ideas. Willa and Sam come over after school, but Amy can't even smile. Oh dear, says Amy's grandma. Why the sad face? So Amy tells her. Her grandma gets a twinkle in her eye. Oh, I think grandma has an idea. Come, she says, let me tell you a story. And the cat's ready to hear the story too. Oh, look at those dragons. Oh, those kind of look like the dragons that Amy was drawing. She tells them about dragons that bring down the rain. Ooh, the rain's coming down. Dragons that are wise and just. Oh, so they're wise and fair. Dragons that fly without wings. Oh yeah, that's a big difference between these dragons and the other ones. These ones fly, but they don't use wings. They just slither through the sky. Amy runs to the attic. She remembers where she got the idea for her dragon. Okay. See what's in the box? Yeah, a couple antlers. Yeah, she pulls out something red and yellow. Something with a big fat snout and golden horns. And look what it was. Cool. A dragon, gasps Sam and Willa. A dragon, agrees Amy. Amy's grandma puts on the costume's head, and Amy puts on the tail. Ooh, so it's a costume. They're gonna dress up as a dragon. Look. Oh, and they're underneath there, doing a little parade. Together, they dance down the attic steps and roar through the house. Maybe you could bring it to school, says Sam. Oh, Sam and Willa are both really excited. Look, Amy's parents are there too. Please, please bring it to school, begs Willa. Aw, Sam and Willa are being really good friends, huh? They're being really encouraging. Says Amy. She thinks about the dragons in Miss Mary's book. She thinks about the dragons in Grandma's story. Bringing this dragon to class would be great, but there's something missing. Something to make the dragon Amy's. Ooh, so she's gonna add something to the dragon. I wonder what she's gonna do. Any ideas? I don't know, let's see. Ooh, she's busy at work. Look at that. After Sam and Willa go home, Amy begins to plan. She shows her sketches to her family. Will you help me, she asks. Oh, even the cat's ready to help. They measure out fabric and cut it into shape. They carve a cardboard frame and fasten the cloth. Amy knots together 3 silk scarves. Then she adds some beads. Ooh, I wonder what they're making. It looks like there's a plan here. You see what our plan is? I don't know, let's see. And some glitter. And a little more glitter. Just because. Glitter is pretty cool. Ready? Asks Grandma. Amy takes a deep breath. Ready, she says. Amy comes to school with a big paper bag. Oh, look, creation must be in there. The other children gather around. Is it your dragon? Asks Willa. Show us, cries Sam. Oh, ready to see it? Oh, get that, they're underneath. Amy puts on the dragon's head. She invites Willa and Sam beneath the dragon's tail. Together, they dance through the classroom and roar between the desks. Everybody cheers, and Miss Mary laughs so hard she can't even breathe. Oh, there she is, she's laughing. Amy's dragon is red and golden, red and yellow. Wow, look at that. And it has a big fat snout and golden horns. It has enormous green wings and a tail of 3 silk scarves. And beads and glitter, lots of glitter. It works splendidly, and it feels just right. Oh, look, so they added all kinds of new details and made it longer. It is exactly the dragon Amy wanted to make. Oh, cool. Nice, and look at it. Everyone over here is really excited because they got to learn a little bit about what Amy knows about dragons. Look, there's even some little animals in the window looking at the dragon. The end. And in the back it says, an Eastern dragon. So the Eastern dragon is a symbol of good luck and strength in many cultures. It usually has a long, thin body and no wings. Its horns look like stag antlers, and its claws look like eagle claws. Its body is covered in scales. Eastern dragons come in many different colors and can have a wide range of magical powers, depending on the story. Often, they are very intelligent. So Eastern dragons, these are the dragons that you might see during Chinese New Year. So they're common in China and other cultures in Asia, in that part of the world. And compare that to the Western dragon. So these are dragons from stories, usually from Europe And Western dragons usually have 4 legs and 1 pair of big leathery wings. Like Eastern dragons, their bodies are covered in scales. Unlike Eastern dragons, they often breathe fire. So these are the fire-breathing dragons. Stories about Western dragons tend to show them as greedy creatures that live in caves and love treasure. Their horns tend to be sharp and pointy, and their claws look like lizard claws. So a lot of similarities, but also some differences too. Oh, and very back, we'll see our friend, the cat, down here. The end. All right, so if you want to get your packet out, we'll do a little activity together. If you don't have one of these, you can just get a piece of paper and some crayons, and we'll do a little dragon together. All right, so in your packet this week, you'll see that you have 2 popsicle sticks and a dragon. So I chose a dragon that that kind of looks like the one that Amy had in her original picture. So it has the whiskers, and it has the horns, and it has the long, skinny body that kind of slithers through the sky. So we're gonna design our own dragon using this template. So first we have to color it. So I'm gonna decide what colors I want to do for my dragon. So I think I'm gonna do some red, some orange, and some purple. But you can choose whatever colors you want, and you start to color it in. So let's see, I'm gonna just start to do kind of like the red body like this. All right, I'm gonna finish up the tail like this. All right, so we got the red body, and now I have to add the details. So again, you can do whatever colors you want for all the different details. I think I'm gonna do an orange for the whiskers, and these parts kind of come up here. Let's see. Ooh, and maybe like kind of like orangey, kind of like stripy design on the front here. Like that, and then I'm gonna color in the spikes on the back as purple. Let's do some purple here. There we go. And maybe if you want to add like some details to the body, if you want to draw some of the scales, almost as if you were like making a fish. Make little scales on the body to add some texture. Let's see. Ooh, and I need to do the horns too. I'm actually gonna do some green for the horns, like this. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I forgot to do the feet. Do the feet for the red. There we go. All right. So as soon as you finish, and take all the time you need for coloring, you can cut it out. So I'm gonna start to do that. All right, so finish up cutting the dragon, and now we're ready to put the popsicle sticks on. So I'm gonna flip it over, and put one over here at the front, near the front feet, and another at the back feet. And I'm gonna get some tape. So tape is really helpful. Glue stick might not be strong enough for the popsicle sticks, so if you have some tape, that would be good. I'm just gonna tape the first one, and then I'm gonna tape the other one in the back. And then if we flip it over, we have a dragon, and you can stand up and do a little dance like this. Do a little parade through the house, kind of slither and pretend that he's like flying through the air. So as soon as you finish coloring and cutting out the dragon, then you can add the popsicle sticks. If you don't have all the materials, that's okay. If you see like some pencils or anything around the house, you could draw your dragon and then tape something to it. Or if you want to stop by the library to get some popsicle sticks, feel free. We have plenty. And just make a really cool dragon. So hope you enjoyed the activity. So next week we'll be back at the same time, 10:30 on Thursday on our YouTube channel. We'll have a new book and a new activity. So you can stop by the library to get a little packet of materials and pick up some books and say hi. And hope everyone has a really wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone.